Yes, but we can't see you.
Now,
Okay, great.
so today I are going to begin with the spelling rule, that is and truck. Milk and truck spelling rule today we are going to learn. First, I'm going to ask the students, name this image which you will be able to see. So students will say the name of image as milk. And I will show them this kind of a picture or image and they will say
Sorry,
this
ma'am.
is
Sorry
truck.
for the interruption. Yes, ma'am. I couldn't see anything. That's why. Oh, okay, fine. Now it's okay. Yes.
Am I audible, ma'am? Okay. Now, when I will ask student what you hear at the end of these two words, when I say milk, which sound you are hearing at the end? Students will say, and when I say truck, so students will say the name milk and truck, and the end of the both sound is k, and they will get confused which letter we had to write at the end. So we are going to introduce milk and truck rule. Now, rule is very simple. Whenever in the word you are having a short vowel sound at the end, you had to write C and K both together. Whenever there is a short vowel sound at the end, you have to write C and K letters both together. And whenever there is a long vowel sound or there is a consonant before the vowel sound, there will be before the K sound, then you have to write K sound, okay? K letter. So like this way, for example, if I say milk, now in this milk, you will going to write with the spelling of phonics. E, milk. Now, when as a k sound at the end, before the k sound, there is a consonant. So, whenever there is a consonant or a long vowel, then you are going to write the letter K. For example, silk. S, E, L, K. Now, at the end, there is a k sound, but before k sound, there is a consonant that is L. So, you had to write the letter K. Similarly, if I say duck, D, A, now, A is a short vowel, so students are going to write CK. For that, I have prepared one activity. In this, we are going to draw a milk bottle and the truck. So, I'm going to say the words to the students and they are going to listen it carefully and then they will write which letter will go in which. Suppose if I say sack. So, where the students are going to write this letter, can anybody tell? Where the students are going to write sack letter? In milk or in a truck. So like this way, they will say ak. Now a is a short vowel, so they are going to write in a truck column. If I tell them to write book, b, u, k. Now u is a sound that is a long vowel, so children will write in the milk bottle. So like this way, we can give them a chart or we can hang the chart in the class also, and we can give them in a drawing and we will say the words to the students and the students is going to write in these columns. If I say them to write sick, s, e, k. E is a short sound and therefore they are going to write in the truck. So this is a milk and truck rule. In milk and truck rule, we always have to remember when there is a short vowel sound at the end, they had to write both the letters together, C and K, and when there is a long vowel sound or a consonant at the end, then they had to write K at the end. So this is activity. One more activity I have planned, ma'am. If we are having this kind of milk bottle or a truck, so we can make on the sticks, we can write different kinds of spelling. They have to just segregate which stick will go in which one. Suppose if I say duck, so they will put the duck stick in the truck. Or if I say another word like bark, so bark, R is a long vowel sound, so they are going to write the in the milk rule. So like this way, they are going to keep in the bottle. So some sticks we had to get ready, prepare for the children to do the activities. So this is the milk and truck rule. If there is a short vowel sound at the end, you have to write CK. And if there is a long vowel sound or consonant before it, you have to write the K sound. This is the milk and fruit. I'm done, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm done.
Yes, very good. Next, who is doing? Next, who is ready? Geeta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So I have prepared for the topic of alternative sounds. So for that, I have prepared this one. So I will rotate my camera. So you can see the thermocol setup here. So first, I aligned this short vowels like a, e, o, o. So align the first short vowel, and I aligned the first long vowels a, e, I, o, u. Then after that, I align A dash E, that is magic E. So A dash E and E dash E, I dash E, O dash E, U dash E. Then again, I kept like alternative sounds of A, long vowel sound is there, no? A, I. So for that, we have something alternative sounds. So that is A, I, sorry, A, Y. So E is a long sounds, a long E sound. So for that, I said E is the alternative sounds. Again, I is the long sound, I. So for that, alternative sound is IGH. So OA sound makes O. So for that, OA, alternative sound is OW. So UE is the long sound, like sorry, U. UE sound together, U. So for that, alternative sounds is UEW. So if you show like this, now students will get clear idea like what is the short vowel sounds, what is a long vowel sound, what is the magic key rule. So A, so when you will say A, so when it comes to AI, you will say A. When it comes to A dash E, you will say A. When it comes to AY, you will say AY. Then we have to describe when AI will come, then when AY will come. Like if you hear the A sound in between the word, for example, A in rain, then that comes out under AI letter. Then if you hear the A sound at the end, then you have to use AY. For example, tray, tray. So like that, you have to explain everything. So E sound together makes E, long E sound. So when it comes to alternate sounds, EA. So this is we have to make practice EA, and there is no rule for EE and EA. So by reading, you have to understand that if I say tree, then this E will come. If I say read. So EA will come that place. E. Then again, IE sound. This is like one syllable word. I think most of the word lie, tie, buy. So when you hear at the end, I, so you can go with this IE. So tie, pie. What else? What else? I with go with the IE sound. Anybody? IE sound.
Magic E, I-E,
What is that?
magic E,
No, I'm asking the word which has I sound. I sound. For example, lie,
tie,
pie,
Pie.
tie.
tie,
Yes,
pie.
we have like this kind of word, and IGH is also like I sound. So you have to know the IGH sound when, so you have to make it practice when IE and IGH will come. Then again, OA sound make O sound. This is, for example, B O T. This is have the rule of like if you hear O sound at the middle, so you can write OA B O T boat. If you hear the sound O at the last, for example, O flow, blow, grow. So that is OW sound. Again, UE sound like you glue. So you glue. And next EW sound, for example, EW sounds make you, that is you new, few. So like this. So I will make this setup and I will ask the students to pick up the papers. I will laminate these words and they have to take this paper, this word, and you have to check k, a, k. So it making a sound, long a sound, which means whether a will come or ay will come or a dash e will come. They have to they have to understood like k, a, k, cake. So that is a dash e. They have to put it in the cup. Again, they have to take play. So here they can like they can say like p a where you can hear long a sound at the end. So obviously it goes to the a y again. So snail. So can you blend it? A ill snail. So it's coming in between the center of the word. So a I. So this is how I will make the students to differentiate the sounds and everything. And for example, if I give this word gum, so what is the sound of this? Which belongs to this box cup, ma? Others, Asta and Gazala. Anybody? If I give this
word? What is the word? I can't see the word.
gum, gum. Can you see?
Short U.
Yes. So it goes under this cup. Yes, like this. Then if I give hope, hope, hope.
Magic, magic E.
Short O vowel.
N O dash E.
Hope.
Dash E.
Yes, exactly. I'm asking, for example, OE or O dash E or OW.
O dash
Hope.
E.
O,
Dash E.
O dash E. Yes. If I
Slide.
say slide. Can you blend it? Slide.
Slide.
Slide. Where will it go? Slide.
Dash E.
I dash E.
I dash E. Exactly. I dash E. Next, if I give
Ma.
cube, cube.
U dash E. UE.
U dash E. So, and one more thing I will clear with this. When Nainika, 1 minute. And one more thing, I will make sure that students will understand that CK rule. So if K sound is coming in the starting of the word and it's goes with A, O, U, then K sound will be C. Goes with the I, E, the Q sound will be K, I, K, E. So you have to make sure that one, when you hear the K sound at the starting of the word, it comes with A, U, C. I, Y for K. Yes. Similarly, as na K sound at the end, and more, yes, K. So you have to clear that this is long. So you have to put that CK together. Or
Actually,
else,
that demo already gave, so I tried this one this time.
yes, that's why I want to include that one. We have lots of method and everything. So whichever the students will hope with the best method, no, we can go with that. Yes, ma'am. So like this, I will go with the first. I will go with the short and long and alternative sounds and magic key. So like this, I will go. This so I prepared.
Okay, next. Who is ready?
Kajala, you want to present anything? Actually, my PPT is little long, so I'm just asking if somebody is
Yeah,
there.
Asta, please start because it's 9:20, so go
Okay.
with it. You can share the screen.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my topic is phonological umbrella. Why phonemic awareness is non-negotiable. So I aim at the end of the PPT, my aim is that Nanika's concern that parents generally, to convince them for phonics, basically. I think you will get more content for that. So why it is non-negotiable, as in there is no alternate to it. So phonological umbrella. So let's see what it is. So phonological awareness we need to understand first. So what does it refers? You can see it on the screen. I'll just talk about it a bit. So it's a crucial skill, in developing strong reading, writing, these skills. To develop these skills, phonological awareness is a crucial skill. uh, we have heard of this, but there are a lot of questions about it. So why? What does it look like? What does it sound like? So it's an umbrella term. Why umbrella? Because there are few skill development happening under it. So we will see it one by one. All right. One second. Yeah, sorry, I skipped this one. So what does it include? Working with sound parts, auditory skills, progression. Now we will see these more in detail. Now, what is the sound part? The individual sound, the larger sounds. Just the sound part. Auditory skill, it is listening, speaking. It does not involve the grapheme, the written letter. What is the progression? So here we will be developing from the easier skills to the complex ones. That is the progress under the phonological awareness. From just sounds, say we will go to blending, then segmenting, rhyming. So that is the progress we have to achieve for the child. Now the umbrella. So these are the five things, main five categories we can say. So these are the skills that we need to be developed under phonological awareness. So we will see these one by one. Word awareness, responsive to rhyme, syllable awareness, onset rhyme manipulation, phonemic awareness. So basically, it starts with phonemic, basic sounds, but I've taken phonemic awareness at the end because I want to elaborate that a bit. I just want to ask, like, for when we have a basic unit of weight is milligram, basic unit of length is millimeter. What do you think is the basic unit of entire phonological concept? I'm asking.
The sounds.
Yes, sounds. So sounds as in phonemes. So phoneme is the basic unit. So let's see more about it. Now, phonological awareness is word awareness. What is word awareness now? Just that, we know that you might be thinking, don't the students already know the words? Like they come with us already with word awareness, they're speaking, they're using words. But these are verbal communication, but those are the words they use in verbal communication. But do they understand that where the word begin and where the word end? No. So word awareness aims for that. So it involves recognizing number of words that make up a spoken sentence and tracking those words within the sentence. So it requires, it is an important step in learning to break language into smaller parts, the word awareness. Then phonological awareness is responsive to rhyme. Now here it does not mean that they will be creating rhymes. No, it means alliteration, as in they will be listening and repeating words that rhyme in books and nursery rhymes. So they enjoy listening these things. So this might look like, we can have Peter, Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Okay, like that. So, these things come into this. So it's not about producing rhymes or even rhyming phrases. In this stage of phonological awareness, it is more about developing an ability to hear and repeat the rhyming words or the rhymes to identify it basically. Now, syllable awareness, breaking up words into syllables. So we what does it involve? So it includes clapping out syllables, counting syllables, blending syllables into words, segmenting words into syllables. Okay, so now when we talk about this skill, what goes into this ability of breaking word into smaller part is like the 6 syllable types you can think of, and all of this, basically all of this will aim, it is predicted on our ability to hear syllables and clap them out. So basically, in under this, it's simple. We will be just explaining. They will be learning about syllables and getting aware and more practicing it more and manipulating it, of course. Then phonological awareness is onset rhyme manipulation. Are we familiar with this word, onset rhyme? Do we know this? Anybody? Okay, so we know syllable, but if we break syllable more, so what happens is the vowel sound, the sound before the vowel is onset, and this vowel and the sound after the vowel is rhyme, R-I-M-E, rhyme. Okay, now you can see the example here. So basically, if I say spot, so child will be able to, it is one syllable, spot, but spur and ought. Spur is onset and ought is includes the vowel sound and the sound after that. So that is rhyme. Why it is important to break it further, I will be explaining in further slides. So here our aim is that the child should be able to isolate as in and identify what is the rhyme part and what is the, now these terms we need not use with children. It is for us to understand as teachers, so that one, what I said, that we will be more confident to make it clear to parents. Second, we will have more realistic expectations with the children. We should not expect them ki there is no benchmark for the entire class. Everybody has their own milestones, so we need to understand that based on these things. So you can see this example here. So for example, the child knows clock. Okay, now you can isolate clock as the onset and ok as the rhyme. Ok includes the vowel sound and the sound after that. Now after isolating it, the child is able to manipulate the onset sound, replacing it with another sound like this blur or d or even sh, and then they can come up with another word, block, dock, shock. So that is how they will learn to produce rhyming word. Here we were responsive to rhyme, they were just identifying, they were listening, enjoying the rhyming words. Here they will be able to create rhyming words. So this is gradually we are progressing to that level. Now, phonological awareness, phonemic awareness. Now, this is what I was talking that I'll elaborate it more, because this has its own mini umbrella. It comes under that big umbrella, but it has its own sets, subsets included in that. What is that? Now, what is phonemic awareness? It's just that what we have been doing so far, ability to hear, identify individual sounds. Phonemes is sounds. I'll explain it further. So we need to understand phoneme and grapheme first. English language, you will sometimes notice they are saying that they have 44 sounds. Now that is because that's the difference between what we say bhasha and boli, the language and the dialect. That is how these numbers differ, and what we are doing is 42 basic sounds. Okay, so those sounds are either against one letter or combination of letter. So those letters are grapheme, the written form. They can be single letter, they can be combination of letter. So what we are doing is 26 letters, but 42 sounds against them. So 26 graphemes you can say, and 42 phonemes. Now, so when a child has this phonemic awareness, they should be, what are we aiming there? What are we aiming under this skill set is that should be able to identify and even manipulate individual sounds. Now, there are ways to do that, or we can say we can just, the mini umbrella of phonemic awareness is also having smaller skills related to how we hear and manipulate phonemes. So first is isolating sound, blending, segmenting. Then these three, adding, substituting, and deleting, are manipulation of sounds. We have been doing all this. It's just that these are the terminologies, these are the studies, or you can say these are the concepts or terms for those things. So first is isolating sound. So we will just see the examples. What is it that students are able to hear, isolate a single sound within a word? Now here you are not asking them like segmenting, to segment cat, no, or to blend at, no. What we are doing is we are asking them, so for example, we are breaking this word into sounds and asking them which sound, like initial sound, middle sound, or the final sound, or whatever, how much the word. Preferably, it is the starting skill, so we can take a small word, like one syllable word. So, for example, chat. So the initial sound is ch, medial vowel or middle sound is eh, and the final sound is t. So when we are practicing this with the children, our question will be like, what is the last sound you hear in the word chat? So like on the screen, you can see we have split it like that. So this is how isolating sounds skill works. We are not asking them to, we are not asking students to identify all three sounds. We are isolating the sounds here. Now phoneme blending. Okay. Now here, individual level blending, individual phoneme level, individual sound level, sun. Okay. Then onset and rhyme. Now you will see is the onset sound before the vowel sound, and un is the vowel sound and the sound after that. So sun. This will be achieved once we get an understanding of individual phoneme level and once the child starts identifying the word families. Now body coda is sun. So they are basically blending first two sounds and then going ahead. That is body coda. And then syllables, some breaking into syllables, sun, sunny. Compound word, sun, set. So we are progressing to get that level. Now, segmenting sounds. Again, individual. It's the opposite of what we are doing, decoding, coding. Blending, opposite of blending here. Onset and rhyme. Syllables. Chin drops, we can explain. Then oral segmentation, written segmentations. So these are the skills, these are the segmenting sound skills that we have to achieve, starting from the first sound level, going till the written segmentation. Then manipulation में 3 we had, adding, substituting, and deleting. So what is adding? Now if I say word, suppose I say pot. Now, if I say what word do we get when we add before pot? So they will say spot. So this is adding sound. I am not asking them to break pot here. So I'm just asking to add one sound. We can even, to increase the level, we can even do fog. What sound do we get once we add to after? So frog. So we can lead them fox, and we can go to frog by adding one sound. So this is another skill. Now, all children might not be able to do it, so that we will understand once we are aware of these skills, that this is what the levels are, this is what we have to achieve, and where the child is, how we have to scaffold them, and what are the realistic expectations we should set with them. Now, substituting sound. Again, it's like, from cat to mat, pat, bat, we are just substituting one sound. So our question will be like, what word we get when we substitute ch in chat to p? So they can say they're removing ch sound and they're adding p sound, so they are getting pat. Or we can even, to increase the level, we can do lap, replace the sound a with e. So they will come up with lip. Of course, after blending, and we have to sound it out to them. So they will do like that. And then red to rod on the screen, you can see. Then deleting sound. Now, deletion is also like the manipulation only. So they are just manipulating the sound. So what is happening is that they are removing a phoneme from an existing set of phonemes. So it could be like, suppose win. Okay. So we can remove the sound, giving us in. What does it leaves? In. Then we can add the sound. No, suppose, okay, that we have to remove that sound. So what does it leave? In. So it's opposite of adding the sound. So you can see the example from rice to ice and frog to fog. Okay, fog to frog was adding, frog to fog is deleting. Now, here is a question for you. I talked about phonological awareness umbrella, and within that a subset of phonemic awareness, it having its own mini umbrella. But what about phonics? I did not mention that. I did not include it under the umbrella of that entire skill set. So can I ask from you, like, can you guess why that? Okay, so what is phonic is, it is actually, these are the skills we are talking about. Phonic is actually a method of teaching. What does it focus on? Letter and sound correlation, relationship between letter and sound. So phonological awareness skill is related to sounds. But when we introduce print, when print is introduced, then we are talking about phonics. So phonic does not fall under this umbrella, but it is built upon this skill set. So when we are teaching phonic to child, we are talking about phonic, we are using that term with the child. But this skill set has to be achieved in the child, has to be developed in the child. That as a teacher, as an educator, we need to understand to set our goals accordingly. Thank you.